Hello there. My name's Christine Cummings, and I am the primary wildlife rehabilitator over at a place called Hope, which is a bird of prey wildlife rehabilitation center located in Killingworth, Connecticut. We admit anywhere between 500 and 600 patients per year, so we are actually in the forefront of this issue, seeing firsthand the devastating consequences that are occurring because of the poor choice methods of poisons. Most of the injuries that we're dealing with at our center have something to do directly with human beings and conflicts with humans. Secondary poisoning has quickly climbed to the top and has become one of the number one reasons why predatory birds of prey come down. It's a growing concern, and it's something that we started to notice becoming a problem back in 2015, which is ironically the year after the United States Environmental Protection Agency actually removed second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides from public store shelves because they were too dangerous and potent. So the intention for these particular anticoagulants was to be used only for documented infestations and not as a preventative, which is how they are being applied today. We are submitting birds to Yukon for something called a necropsy, which is like an autopsy but for animals, and it helps to determine the cause of death. During the necropsy, the livers are removed from the specimens and sent to Michigan State University, where an anticoagulant rodenticide panel is performed, and this panel actually identifies the compounds found within the liver. At this point, we've tested well over 200 specimens, with the results being 80% positive for second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides. Our newest study compilation will go up to 50, and we started it in October of 2025. And to date, we are up to 27 total tests completed, with 26 coming back positive for second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides, one being negative. This is sobering and really hard to look at on paper when I can recollect every single bird being a patient in my arms that I was trying to save. Secondary poisoning affects predators who are simply doing what they're designed to do, which is to eat small mammals and rodents. These animals are eating their intended diet, and they're dying because of it, because our rodents and small mammals are all eating the poisons that are being placed all over our state as a preventative, mostly, not even for documented infestations. So pest management providers are responsible for these devastating numbers. Poisons have never worked. Poisons are something that have routinely failed at solving a rodent issue. And let's face it, rodent issues and rodent problems all stem from human behavior. It all has to do with poor sanitation, allowing food and water to be available to rodents, and of course allowing access to our structures and or nesting materials. If we can better clean up our own environments, then most of the rodent issues would go away. So it really comes down to sanitation and exclusion work, as well as adding any of the safe non-toxic alternatives. All of this can be done without the use of potent poisons. Pest management providers are stuck in their old habits of using this number one tool from their toolkit because it is an easy to apply solution. It's something that can be put down once every 4 weeks. They come back and check the boxes and resupply them. So they just put the poison in there and sign a contract with their customer, and profits are made, all while those particular boxes are wreaking havoc on our environment. Since poisons create something we call as a sudden die-off, the rodent's response to that is to procreate and fill in the void within their own colonies. So poisons are doomed from the start, because with every die-off, there's a rebound. That's why after sanitation and exclusion, techniques are put into place using something like safe and affordable fertility control products can actually help solve that rebound effect and can be put down as a preventative, because these particular ingredients are natural and do not stay or bioaccumulate in the body. They actually disperse within each body within 15 minutes, so they don't have a secondary effect on our wildlife. We're one small nonprofit, but we are determined to provide this science as evidence so we can hopefully move towards a statewide ban within the state of Connecticut to get rid of these most deadly and toxic, potent second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides. Regulating second-generation anticoagulant rodenticides with pest management providers, where they have to actually prove that there is an infestation documented and approved by the state health commissioner. That would eliminate a lot of the additional poisoning that is happening across our state. Banning it otherwise is also the only way to move forward in protecting our wildlife.